These are the weirdest sci-fi movies from the 80s we grew up watching. Killer robots, mutant cockroaches, and the strangest alien fights you've ever seen. We're talking about the films that had 0% on Rotten Tomatoes, but somehow embedded themselves deep into your nostalgia centers. Today, we delve into 10 cinematic nightmares that dared to dream big with practically no money. This is a journey through the so bad it's good era, where sheer ambition was often mistaken for quality. If you think your taste in sci-fi is impeccable, prepare to have it aggressively challenged. Hit that subscribe button and let's dissect the beautiful disasters of the small screen. Number 10, The Nest, 1988. Now let's kick this off with a prime slice of 80s sci-fi horror from the Roger Corman School of Filmmaking. The Nest is a quiet island town overrun by mutant cockroaches. Not just any roaches. These things are lab-engineered to eat flesh. And once they start mutating, all bets are off. You get monstrosities like a half-cat, half-cockroach hybrid, and eventually a human roach mare. This is low-budget territory, but the effects team went all in, utilizing puppets, latex, and gallons of slime. It's the classic bugs attack fun, but with way more splatter than anything from the 50s. A pure, unpretentious cinematic nightmare. Number 9, Metalstorm, The Destruction of Jared Sin, 1983. Even the title sounds like a Saturday morning cartoon, but what you get is a desperate mashup of post-apocalyptic desert, space fantasy, and whatever else Charles Band could shove in. You've got an evil warlord and his cyborg son terrorizing nomads on the planet Lemuria. This movie existed purely to cash in on the short-lived 3D craze of the 80s. Universal gave it a real theatrical push following Jaws 3D, but it just didn't connect. The effects were cheap, the story barely held together, and the dialogue was pure cheese. The failure was complete. $5.3 million at the box office, and the sequel, Metalstorm 2, never happened. A cheap, glossy cash grab that deserved its fate. Number 8, Arena, 1989. Arena is exactly what happens when you want Rocky, but you demand rubber-suited aliens punching each other on a space station. The plot is a formulaic underdog story. Steve Armstrong, a short-order cook, dreams of becoming the first human to win the intergalactic fight tournament in decades. The story is simple, but the effects are what people remember. The budget was tight, but artists like Screaming Mad George filled the arena with all sorts of bizarre creatures, all done practically. No cheap early CGI. Arena never got a wide release, finding its fans only on VHS and late-night cable. That Rocky in space pitch often struggled to maintain genuine tension. Number 7, Chopping Mall, 1986. This is the kind of movie you discover on late-night TV and immediately wonder why you haven't seen it before. It's part slasher, part sci-fi spoof, and 100% mall culture. The Park Plaza Mall installs 3 killer security robots that are supposed to stop intruders. Naturally, a lightning storm fries their circuits and turns them into murder machines. The movie was first released as Killbots and flopped. Nobody knew it was actually a comedy. Roger Corman's company pulled it, changed the title, and re-released it, but it was still ignored in theaters. On VHS, though, Chopping Mall picked up a real cult following. It's fast-paced, funny, and self-aware, and proof you don't need a big budget to be a cult classic. Number 6, TerrorVision, 1986. TerrorVision is a movie that couldn't exist in any era but the 80s. It's a sci-fi horror comedy that ruthlessly roasts cable TV culture. The Putterman family is pure caricature. Swinger parents obsessed with their hot tub, a punk daughter, and a little brother into military stuff. They install a new satellite dish and end up beaming a shape-shifting alien blob directly into their living room. The alien oozes out of the TV and starts eating the family. Critics didn't get it at the time, especially since it was parodying the 80s before half the country even realized how ridiculous the decade actually was. But on VHS and late-night cable, it found its audience. Number 5, Doing Time on Planet Earth, 1988. This is one of those truly oddball, bewildering flops. It's a sci-fi comedy about a teenager stuck in his family's tacky Arizona Holiday Inn with a spinning UFO-shaped restaurant on top. He signs up for computer dating and instead ends up surrounded by UFO cultists led by Adam West, yes, Batman himself, who think he's their long-lost alien prince. The shocking part? The movie cost $27 million and made back basically nothing. About $30,000, a total flop. There are even jokes that all that money went somewhere beside the screen. It's a cinematic tragedy disguised as a bad comedy. And even Adam West later said it was deservedly forgotten. Number 4, Yor, the Hunter from the Future, 1983. What starts as a Conan-style caveman epic turns into full-on Star Wars mayhem by the final act. Reb Brown stars as Yor, a blonde, muscle-bound wanderer going through a prehistoric wasteland. Then the movie flips. Yor finds out he's actually in a post-nuclear world, and the real villain is the Overlord, a straight-up sci-fi bad guy with lasers and android henchmen. The New York Times famously called it one of the stupidest films to emerge from the 1980s. But its aggressive weirdness and pure entertainment value define the so bad it's good philosophy. Number 3, Space Mutiny, 1988. Space Mutiny is legendary in the world of bad sci-fi, but for all the wrong reasons. The plot involves a giant colony ship and a security chief staging a mutiny. This film would have disappeared entirely if not for Mystery Science Theater 3000, which took the film apart and pointed out every hilarious blunder. The biggest scandal? About 10 minutes of the space battle footage is just recycled from the original Battlestar Galactica TV show. The result was inconsistent tone and constant continuity errors. Did you catch the stolen Battlestar Galactica footage the first time you watched Space Mutiny on VHS? Number 2, Megaforce, 1982. Megaforce is pure 80s gold. Jumpsuits, explosions, and motorcycles that are supposed to fly. It's an elite secret team that fights evil with every ridiculous weapon you can imagine. The tagline said deeds, not words. Critics and audiences in 1982 hated it. Rotten Tomatoes gives it 0%, and it bombed at the box office. But time did its thing, and now Megaforce is a classic, so bad it's good. Pure B-movie cheese. Number 1, Robot Jox in 1990. This is what you get when you take post-apocalyptic action, Cold War paranoia, and a love for giant robots, and just smash it all together with practical effects. Way before Pacific Rim, this movie already had giant mechs beating the hell out of each other on screen. They're settling territory disputes with massive robot duels. Behind the scenes, things got messy. Stuart Gordon directed, and he brought in sci-fi legend Joe Haldeman to do the script. Gordon wanted campy fun. Haldeman wanted something serious. Haldeman even said the finished movie was like having a kid that started out well and then sustained brain damage. The production built 40-foot robot suits, and everything was done practically. No CGI. Do you prefer the slow, practical robot fights of Robot Jox or the CGI chaos of Pacific Rim? Let us know. There you have it. 10 absolutely illogical, spectacularly flawed, but profoundly memorable sci-fi films of the 1980s. These were the true cinematic adventurers, proving that even a 0% rating on Rotten Tomatoes can't kill genuine, weird nostalgia. They may have failed in 1982, but they live forever in the VHS afterlife. Which movie do you think was the biggest accident? Haldeman's brain-damaged baby or the $27 million vanishing act of doing time on planet Earth? Hit that like button, share this video with a fellow 80s survivor, and subscribe for more deep dives into the weirdest side of cinema.